listening to WHIV New Orleans. This is 102.3 FM. We honor independent voices. And this is the Monkey Mind Show with Rob. And here we discuss brain cancer and living in one's moment. And that pretty much sums it up. About all of it. And just had my corona. Right, we should talk a lot about corona. It's getting a little rough, huh? The news is kind of spooky. I almost didn't come here because I was watching the news a couple of days ago and it started really bringing me down. And then I was like, I need to get out of the house, come to the station, do the show, talk myself off the ledge. So I just did going back to the brain cancer part of it. So my backstory, I don't know if I do this every time, maybe I do. I got diagnosed in 2005 or 6 with a brain cancer, and it was eventually got diagnosed as a GBM. And yeah, then I had surgeries, chemos, all that kind of stuff. And it's GBMs are not that any cancer is good to have. It's all bad stuff, but GBMs are pretty notorious for taking people out. And people are doing a lot of cool, taking like a lot of the medicine into their own hands again. I mean, they're doing the treatments too, but they're doing alternative stuff as well, which is kind of fun. A lot of people doing the variations on CBD and all that kind of stuff. It's kind of cool to hear about. People get it makes you feel more empowered. Where you're not so just a specimen, a body, and the system. So I think that's very good for your mind health, and thus to your body, because I think the mind is such a crucial part to healing you. That's easier said than done, but you don't want to not take all the other stuff too if you're trying to live. But yeah. So yeah, it's been pretty cool. So I got diagnosed in 2005. So it's like 14 some years ago, 15, something like that. And it was supposed to be at the time. It was basically a 6-month. Typically, people died after 6 months of getting diagnosed because the cancer is very aggressive. The GBM, that's like the most aggressive form of the brain cancer. Sorry if I'm a little out of it today. It's nothing new. But, so I went through the process, brain surgeries, chemotherapies, and what else I do? Radiation. And but they got some fun. Not fun. Well, some of it is, I guess. They have like on Facebook now a really good a GBM site for people to talk about it. And just had a guy that I kind of have, I guess, clicked with on us doing back and forth, and we got a similar sense of humor. But he just had a huge reduction in his GBM, where they're saying they can't even, I think, see it. So that's pretty epic. And he does a lot of alternative stuff too. So that's cool. I'll have to get him to break it down for me. But yeah, so it's always like, and going back to the other part, being in your moment, it goes back to everything about really trying to recenter yourself with where you are, and you're always like right here, right now. You're not in your past, you're not in your future. You're just here, and that's such a I guess a simple thing to say, but it's a really profound thing to really put your attention on it. And I think that's what this whole experience of life is really about, is just noticing and being about your moment. And that's like can be your daily practice, and you can't mess this up because this is your story. So it's all good. It really is. though some of it doesn't seem all good. I feel that, and but it really it can be in a sense because it's like a learning thing. It's like you look at like had somebody the other day that was I don't guess getting on me because I do this all carnivore eating right now, so I only eat meat. And so this vegetarian, I guess, or I guess he didn't really say he was a vegetarian, but it was on Facebook, you know how that stuff is. And I was like, oh man, I don't really want to go there. But I was like offering up my eating style to somebody else for health issues. It's known also as like a really good elimination eating style because you can take almost all the allergens out of your eating thing, and then slowly reintroduce things back and to see what's triggering. Because a lot of the toxins are very subtle. It's like a very very slow poison, and or maybe poison is maybe a little dramatic, but no, maybe so because it's all inflammation. I think that's where all disease in our bodies, and I think even age is an inflammation. I might be talking smack, and I used to say this all the time. I quit kind of doing it, I think, but I'm definitely not a medical professional and don't really know what I'm talking about. So take it as it comes. Make your own mind up. Anyway, so what was I saying? This guy was saying about stomachs. Like our stomach isn't, and I heard that with Krishnas or something because I went to that Krishna thing eons ago, I guess in high school. And I remember somebody telling me something about that our stomachs weren't designed to eat meat. And I kind of looked it up, and I want to say our stomachs are more. A cow is like basically, I mean, it doesn't really have four stomachs, but he sort of does. We just got the one. But anyway, I looked at that stuff as like evolutionary. My pork rinds came in. I cook a lot of stuff with pork rinds because I can make waffles out of them. It's actually really good, and it's a pork rind, eggs. What else is there? Man, I'm spacing out today. Pork rind, eggs. Shoot, there's one other thing. We'll go back to it. Anyway, I've been rocking that a lot. And I noticed too, I had an old friend call me up. This was like a month ago. He hadn't called me since. I don't think I did well in the. I think it was more like a re-intro to friendship. It was what do you call it when you're applying for a job or something? It's I don't know. He was testing me. Maybe I don't know. I don't think I passed. I got really really scatterbrained, and I just started talking smack, and I think at one point I even started laughing at myself. And I think I even called it out to him. I said, man, I'm really blowing this phone call, aren't I? I was thinking I was all good. I used to, when I first got the brain cancer, it was pretty rough. I had a lot of trouble speaking, and I would like really black out a lot. And I remember one time I was on a bus in Panama. And I was like, what am I doing? Where am I? And I don't speak Spanish at all. And that was tough. I couldn't say baño. I didn't know what a baño was. I was ill prepared. But yeah, man, that was tough. The tropics. Ooga booga. Yeah. Yeah, this corona thing's been pretty weird, huh? Pretty weird. I don't know, man, but the news gets so, and like the body count too. I mean, I really want to watch myself because I've got so much just love for people out there working and being exposed to stuff, and it is spooky. But I was looking at some of the body counts on previous things, and it doesn't seem like to add up. And then my mom calls me the other day and says, 1 million people are going to die or something like that, or 2 million. And I was like, what? I was like, I hadn't heard that. It's only like, it's under like 10,000 right now. And, Yeah, so I was like, so then I watched the news and it said if we do nothing or something like that, I think they said that 1 million people would die, and I don't think that's 1 million U.S. I think that's 1 million, or maybe it was. I don't know. I know there's a lot of stuff they were spatting out there, but it's definitely the social distancing. It's like everything in life. Try and use it as a blessing, and also that you created it in a sense is a good way to look at it. Like you made this thing happen. I'm a kind of lucky. It would be fun to have a playmate, but I'm living, alone. So I'm doing the what do you call it, the quarantine by myself, which I gotta say, ooh, and man, I feel for some people out there. They're not used to being with their significant other, you know, 24/7. Nobody going to work. That's uh, that's going to the show. Yeah. Well, I think they had the guy I always quoted, Eckhart Tolle. He was like saying, well, one of them, I'll just say this: when you think you're enlightened, go spend a week with your parents was a good one. And the other one was something like, yeah, I just lost it. But I used to, I guess the moral of the story about I was saying that, I used to really drop out like a lot of what I was saying. And that was pretty tough. That was pretty tough to navigate that. But it's like a lot of people, you just start to adapt and you make do the best you have with what you got, and kind of hide it in ways that you can. I mean, we just adapt as a species, I think, pretty easily, and you just, survival. Um, but but yeah, I got real kind of lucky. I did what I always attributed my health to was one. Okay, the other thing that relates to this the cancer thing is the monkey mind vibe. Is that it's kind of like your thinker, where I had a lot of negative speak to myself prior to getting diagnosed with that cancer. I was really stressed and just was not happy with myself. And I really kind of on a daily basis was letting myself know it, talking to myself, telling myself I was so stupid or so, I just, just lame. Just, I was cutting into myself bad. And yeah, and then I just started. I don't know. It's like somewhere after I guess right after the first operation, my first brain operation. When I came out of that, I really kind of started to embrace a different kind of thought. Though I don't think I had all the tools to, because it really just boils down to stopping your negative speak, and about a lot of stuff is just noticing it. And just listening to it and kind of realizing that's not really you. It's like there's I think a basic duality to the human experience, where you have the thinker, which we all pretty much identify as ourselves, as our hobbies, our stuff, that daily grind, and then you have almost more of a core soul, like an awareness, and that can just observe your thoughts. So you can just sit back and just start listening to your thoughts. Where you can run into trouble if you don't like some of those thoughts and you start critiquing them or judging them, then you almost kind of create another monkey, and then your two monkeys can start just going at it. So that's the monkey mind, and I don't know if I referenced this one in the last few shows, but I'd seen this Buddhist monk, and I think the term monkey mind is a Buddhist term, but I'm not 100% on that. And but but yeah, okay, just zoned out. I looked at my I live do this on Facebook too. So if y'all ever want to watch what's going on in the studio, it's not much. And the studio just clamped down to we're doing one person per show, so we don't have any guests anymore. We're trying to stay hygienic. My show has pretty much always been that. It's just been me talking smack, and but yeah, I want to start bringing in. I was gonna do it today. I'm not sure I'm gonna do it. I was gonna sing my song just live. Maybe I'll do it. I mean, I usually kind of do something like that. But the other day, the other night, I was alone in my house. I was shrooming, and I have like my mic stand and all that kind of stuff. So I put on but kind of like basically this music, and I just started just going through my song and just singing it really loud, and it was pretty fun. I had my amp turned up, real loud, and was acting a fool, enjoying it. Yeah, great where you can just enjoy yourself. Isn't that nice? Not always the case. I mean, it is always there for you, but I don't know. Sometimes our monkey, it doesn't want us. It doesn't want. It wants us. The monkey mind, the thinker, likes attention, and it will do near anything to get it. Doesn't really care, just as long as it gets it. It's like that bad kid that acts problematic just to get someone noticing him and giving him some, I guess, what he passes for is attention, love, something like that. But yeah, it's so fun to find that peace. Well, going back to the Buddhist thing, so he was like saying he had a hard time meditating, as I'm sure a lot of us do, with a monkey mind, with your thinker constantly wanting to focus on something, wanting to do something, do this, do that, whatever it is, it just wants to do something. Um, so yeah, so I just zoning out again. So yeah, so the monkey mind. Yeah, what's making kind of peace? I've been trying to make real peace with my monkey lately. For a while, I think I wasn't noticing it. I was getting kind of ego-y and a subtle, I think my awareness. I had another thinker in my thoughts that was going, okay, I'm the awareness, and this monkey, it was like kind of judging it, but it was doing it kind of real subtle, like real sneaky. Um, and yeah, you got to watch that. The thinker, the monkey mind, is pretty savvy to wanting to get itself listened to and run your show. Um, but yeah, I got to watch that monkey, that monkey, that monkey. Yeah, but it's also, I think, my Reiki. She was turning me on to. She asked her monkey like to stop, and I think I've been trying to remember that and practice that, to kind of say, okay, you know what, I feel you, because like last 2 weeks ago or a week ago, something like that. I don't know. Last few weeks, I've been really kind of in my head with you know family drama that you kind of create, uh, and then it's like, and then forbid that you think you're right. And then that gets that monkey man just all like puffed up. So yeah, I was having a rough time. Just too much thinking and too much ego time for me. Uh, so that was a real. But I think this last couple days or week, well, like it was supposed to be resolved this week, and I kind of had a feeling that it wasn't, just because I was told that it was going to get, the end of the week. Usually when someone tells you, yeah, the end of the week, that's an easy thing to let it go. Nah, we didn't quite get there, and put it off. But and then I tried to notice that too. Like, you ever notice how like you'll project yourself into the future? Like you got the date, and so you start already predetermining what's going to happen, and that's so not being in your moment. And so I was kind of noticing that on myself, and almost like kind of laughing at myself, thinking that this was going to get resolved, because typically that's the thing that, man, it doesn't get, when you're thinking it's going to happen, it just doesn't seem to happen. Like, you got to let things kind of flow, and just you'll be there. Like like I made notes and stuff, and I like half the stuff I don't even do. It's almost more of just a mantra. Even when I'm like doing it, I'm like realizing I'm not really. gonna use this. This is just more just monkey chatter. But yeah. But yeah, we're just making peace with that monkey and loving, love things in life and even the pain. Like I noticed when I going to the hospital, so I just did an MRI, so they're sticking me, doing testing, giving blood and all that kind of stuff. I'm like going, okay, I want this. I'm trying to like say, yeah, I want to get. So it's not like I'm making it. I don't know. I was trying, I think you know what I'm trying to say, but it's kind of funky. Like you're gonna get. Nobody likes getting needle shot in them, and yeah. So anyway, so I just did a MRI last week, so I was a little spooked at that because going to the hospitals, you know how everybody's coronas everywhere, and also my what do you call it? My immune system, I guess, is I'm blanking on the term for it, but compromised because of I'm on chemo, though it may not be that intense. I mean, I feel pretty good. I feel strong. What I feel more compromised by has been this pollen and stuff. Um, that's really I've been taking Zyrtec every day and these like nasal sprays and stuff because I'm like outside at my place a lot. Um, and my car is like now like it's black, but now it's more of a yellow. I need to wash it. Maintenance, keeping up with things, huh? I got a lot of stuff, a lot of toys. And I think I heard Buddhists say that he never would have been enlightened if he. No, that may have been the sex one. He said, I think he said he would never been enlightened if there was another thing like sex. And I think he had another one that was, I don't know, I'm paraphrasing this, but I think he had another one like, I never would have been enlightened you can't have so many hobbies. That was a tough one. I was like, yeah, I guess so. Who knows? But whatever. I mean, striving for that. They had somebody on that another Facebook thing that I'm a member of. It's like an Eckhart Tolle group where a lot of people are just always asking about, well, am I enlightened? Or I don't know, like kind of questions like that. I just totally forgot where I was going with that. But yeah, well, it's such an ego trip typically. You know, yeah, I think that kind of enlightenment, like and then I had a great thing I had quote from Tully. It was like saying enlightenment ain't that big a thing. It basically boils down to being in your moment and accepting your moment truly, and that is enlightenment. Um, yeah, being all about and good with your moment is enlightenment, and it goes back to the Buddhist story I probably never finished. Is that the Buddhist monk was saying he had such a hard time meditating. So he would ask his monkey mind, because his monkey mind was always talking, and he's a really cool guy. He's like this, he's in wearing one of those, orange robes, shaved head. He's doing it legit. And he was like, yeah, it's like, he's like, my mind is just always wants to do this, wants to do that, wants to talk. He's like, and then you have to give it something to do. So I asked my monkey, am I breathing? And that is, my monkey then listens to my breath. And then that gives me my 1 second or 2 second of meditation. And that is all meditation is, because we go back to what is the life thing? It's about being in your moment. And what is that? That's like basically a second, it's 2 seconds. You're not meditating for 5 minutes, you're meditating in the now. And I think I came to that little epiphany doing this radio station. I came to a few, and the other one I noticed was that the cancer is much like is basically synonymous with the monkey mind, the thinker. They're both basically kind of a parasite that comes into the host, and yeah. Cancer in your monkey mind, the thinker, parasites. Both natural, but not, I think, habitating permanently in your body, or you let things flow. Like I think as I understand cancer is a very natural thing in our bodies, but it's also very natural to be uh, dispersed for your, what is it, your antibodies or something like that, where your healthy body kind of has the cure for that, and so you just heal up. And so it's kind of like, I always made the analogy that it was kind of like working out, where you can build muscle by straining your muscle and fairly, like, you get actually stronger via. And so this is a constant. Life is basically I don't think it's meant to be easy, but you can find peace in the struggle. You can find a calmness in it. You can find uh, joy in your moment. And all it takes is a little bit of practice, and it also takes you really to stop judging yourself so harshly, and really just smile at yourself as you would go. Pretty much, it is most of the time you are your monkey, so you can just smile at your monkey. And I remember another great quote. It was like something. It was something like, when you get tired of like hurting or something, you'll make your decision or something like that, or you'll come towards enlightenment or something like that, or towards that kind of path. And then most people really have to, like, maybe drug addiction or something, which seems to be very, of course, ego driven, as does depression and anxiety. All these things are just uh, total hugging on that ego. Uh, and that sounds tough. If that made you mad, you probably are thinking with your ego. I definitely notice that when I get threatened by some stuff or get challenged, it is so my ego is like, all right, I'm driving. Like, dude, come on, man, come on, it's okay. But yeah, it ain't easy. But yeah, it is easy. It can be very easy. Just get into your moment and just keep practicing it. And yeah, just make peace with that. I'm gonna read a PSA now. Man, I don't see like anybody on this line. Did you know that 102.3 FM WHIV LP New Orleans has been broadcasting for the past 5 years? We are able to honor independent community voices with your support. T-shirts, hoodies, white fanny packs, and more make for great gifts. Or treat yourself. Knit caps. Simply go to WHIVFM.org and click store. That's WHIVFM.org. Thanks, y'all. We are not a radio station with a mission. We are a mission with a radio station. End all wars. Kaboom. Drop the mic and walk off the stage. So the microphone, I was supposed to bring in a sock, but I had one of these rubber things that you can see on my video thing that is green. So I have a foamy. I couldn't find any single socks. And I was like, man, no, this sock is too special. This sock is too special. But yeah, it's an interesting time we're in right now. We should really savor it. This is a unique experience. It is kind of spooky for our elderly, I think, a lot, and those of us who are like, look in the mirror, Rob. Those of us who are what is it called? What am I again? I forgot. Because I'm on chemo right now. Did I tell you all that? I can't remember. Anyway, I got diagnosed then, like 7 months ago. I got I didn't get, I guess I shouldn't say diagnosed, but they found a suspect area over my brainstem. And so I hadn't heard anything. Like I've been doing MRIs like yearly for like 14, 15 years. And then so just recently it just popped up and it's like, oh man, I don't want to go through this again. But then I heard this is pretty much more the norm of things. Like these GBMs, you gotta you gotta be in your moment. It's just not a big projection thing. Um, and going back to that, I remember my sweet neighbor who was so cool. He didn't have brain cancer, but he had a cancer. I'm gonna say it was, I don't know, doesn't matter. He had some cancer, and he was doing. I guess it had to have been radiation because he was talking about ringing the bell, and he was kind of projecting his success because they were telling me he was doing really good. And so he was like my next door neighbor. So I was rapping with him one morning out front, and he was like, "Yeah, I'm gonna ring the bell." And I was like thinking to myself, I didn't say it out loud because I was trying to keep things positive, but I was thinking, man, you don't do that. You stay in this thing, in this fight. Or not this fight. I shouldn't say it's a fight because fighting begets fighting. It's not a fight. In this kind of like working at it, like where you're just like, okay, bring it. I want the next thing. Let's do this. And they'll tell you, it's kind of like if you ever watch those MMA fights, they keep hitting the person until the ref pulls them off. That's what you want to, but like I said, it's not a fight. It's not a fight. But they'll let you know when you can, you can relax and then just, not really relax, but, be in your moment. Um, anyway, I got a lot of little like, things that I do mentally when I went through this process. Because they were telling me that I was going to die. And so I had, two kids, so I didn't really want to saddle my girls with that. And, but yeah, it's weird, the games. But I think I made pretty much peace. I mean, I'm not trying to die or anything, but yeah, I think I've kind of made peace with it. I'm pretty sure I have. We'll see. We'll have to check that when I'm in my moment. Because sometimes I'm pretty flaky. But yeah, dude, like, sometimes, but then you just gotta forgive yourself. It's like, all right, next time, that was then. This is now. You can just reboot it. Like when I first got that suspect thing, like 7 months ago or something, when they first like did the MRI, they were like, so it looked like it was coming back, and from what I heard, I really freaking dodged a bullet on that. The first thing was my right frontal lobe, and that was a pretty substantial, a large GBM, and now it's like I have like I guess it's filled up with fluid, but there's a large space there, and then all around it is this like ghostly scar tissue from which scar tissue also looks like cancer, so it kind of makes it tough. That's like biopsies tend to be really really important, as do like just pulling tissue out when they're doing the surgery. That's how they can, I think, really analyze and determine what kind of grade cancer you have. And most brain cancers go into the worst category, to a GBM. And some stay dormant. I mean, you don't say everything. It can be a very subjective. But it's a good, like everything in life is a great opportunity to notice your moment. Yeah, I've been really kind of pondering just, what the heck I'm doing a lot. Because I used to be really, really into art, and I think I'm less so, but I don't know. It all seems kind of, it seems kind of cliche. Like I also got this rap too, like, God saved you and I'm not very religious. Like, my concept of God is that God is, okay, it's what, the alpha, the omega, so it's everything, so it's really nothing. It's just everything. And it doesn't have a focal point where it's going to identify with a male or a female. It's not going to have a sex. It's not going to, yeah, it's just going to be. I mean, it would truly be consciousness and the lack thereof. It would be, everything. And being everything, it would be, like I said, nothing. Um, and I was working on what, oh, I think I had it as gravity, but then I just found out from this other guy, this really cool show. This guy's like, say, gravity ain't really a thing. It's magnetism. What we think of as gravity is just magnetism. And I was really digging it. I gotta watch some more of his stuff. He's getting off into photography. He's really into photography too, so he deviates. I think I mentioned his name one time with this station, but maybe I don't know it. I just know his what do you call it? His YouTube channel. He does like a YouTube show, but really a brilliant guy. But he's really funky and just is not too impressed with Einstein at all. And his I guess dependence on math. But I think this guy is actually a pretty good mathematician too, but I am not. But but he has a great line. It's like what is it? Nature is not a crack whore with a calculator. She's a hippie chick that doesn't shave. And basically, he was making a reference that the crack whore was Einstein, and I think it's more of a Tesla thing for the hippie chick. It's like, and I think it goes into a lot of the dissembling of quantum. That's really you're kind of going down this rabbit hole of mathematics, which don't really describe things; they more or less quantify. So, which I was like digging it. I was like, yeah, I like hearing that. Isn't that fun when you get some new info and you're like, what? That is so cool. Oh, my other one I got to share is, and you got to check it out if you haven't. They got a few good, I don't know if it's Netflix or Amazon, but they got a few good documentaries on. I think one is The Shakespeare Conspiracy, but they got another documentary that's even better because it really chronicles the Earl of Oxford's life and how much it parallels the Shakespeare plays and writings and so forth. I mean, it's like a mirror of it, and it's incredible. But yeah, so that Avion guy didn't write anything. He was just some bit player in the theatric, and he was like a businessman or something like that. But yeah, I like that one a lot. I like conspiracy things, and there's so much like even with the government and with and then with our celebrities. Like I said, one was had this show that it was like, which I can't imagine, but it had. But yeah, look at all the pedophilia they're coming out with the that turns out to be pretty true. But anyway, it had Tom Hanks as like was a devil worshiper and stuff, and how his movies he was pushing that out there and certain subtle things. I got mad at him years ago. I saw some documentary where he was really mean to. Not that I'm a big fan of the Fonz, but the Fonz was directing something, and I guess Tom Hanks was the producer, and he fired him. He didn't like his what he was doing, I guess, and I think he kind of blacklisted him. The Fonz in Hollywood. Hey. So I thought that was kind of cool. But hey, I guess if you're a producer, that's what you do. But yeah. Don't know where that story was going there. But that's okay. Yeah, I mean, this is a part, like what you're kind of hearing, some of that is really, I think, how I survived both my monkey and my brain cancer. It's kind of laughing at yourself and going easy with stuff. It's like so much of this stuff really just does not matter. That doesn't mean you can't appreciate and be grateful for everything. But we don't really need to be that serious about it. song. I don't know. Maybe I will sing my song if I can remember it. Because I think I'm gonna probably wrap this up so I can clean up in here before the top of the hour. Can crank that up. Yeah, so what else did I have on this list? I mentioned my diet. Let's see. I mentioned doing stuff. I mentioned shrooms. These are my notes. I've been noticing like the little breaks. Yeah, at my house, like those, like kind of like the little monkey mind moments where you have the breathing moments where you have. I've been noticing that more, and that's been really nice. And really got worked up. Oh, I already mentioned that. No resolution. I already mentioned that. And diet. I already mentioned that. All right. See if I can do this right. So that was Red Priest right there. Hey, monkey, I want you to love me. Monkey, I wanna love you when I feel you, you my monkey. You're so mean and cruel, but you're mine, all mine, my little monkey. When I was a little boy, I had a life-size toy. It was a monkey. When I'd squeeze it, it made a cute sound. Hey, monkey, I want you to love me. I gotta say, I sounded a little better last night. Monkey, I wanna love you when I feel you, you my monkey. So mean and cruel, but you're mine, all mine, my little monkey. This chimpanzee walks into a bar. He tells a joke to the bartender, who's also a chimpanzee. The joke is about two penguins. And last night I went into it and I told the rest of the joke. It was pretty funny. So this penguin, he goes to get an ice cream cone while he's waiting for his car to get fixed up. Anyway, I'm not going to tell you the joke. I'll tell it next time. Hey, monkey, I want you to love me. Y'all are never going to buy this record now, are you? Now I just blanked on the other parts. All right. Maybe I'll wrap that up. What was the other rap? Oh, yeah. And I got this other part in the song where I go like to Dennis. I do Dennis Quaid from Apocalypse Now. And where is it? He goes like, and watch out. Those goddamn monkeys bite, I tell you. And I go, bite me. I want you to bite me, monkey. I don't really care. You're not mine, all mine. You're with me all the time. Hey, monkey. I feel you, but we ain't one. I can't help I love that monkey, that monkey, that monkey, that monkey man. I can't help I love that monkey. So it's going through the whole duality. So there's another thing you can do is like art therapy. Highly recommend it. So I wrote a song about my monkey mind. And that was it. So I butchered it, but in a beautiful butchery way. Yes. And I think everything just started really kicking into me too. I'm not going to say that, but yeah. Monkey mind. Yeah, we all have a beautiful time. Stay healthy and enjoy. Really think about your moment and really wrap yourself up in that. And give yourself some moments with you and there's time. I mean, this is a special opportunity we have. Let's really savor this moment. It's kind of unique. because it's just gonna keep going on and on forever. It's gonna be now forever. I'm pretty sure. I'm gonna put money on that category. It will be now forever and ever and ever. When I first got that cancer thing recently, well, they don't know that it's cancer, but anyways, they're saying I gotta be on this damn chemo for like, I don't know, man. Yeah, they want me to keep being on it until it doesn't show any change. Like I had a reduction, so that kind of means I was hoping it was more scar tissue. That would kind of seem to me to mean that I think what I have is more a low-grade tumor. So it's not. It doesn't look. It's not the same density as a core. So anyway, I didn't want to bring the song down. But yeah, I'm not bringing it down. It's all. It all is what it is, and it's all beautiful. Let's be grateful. Be grateful. Wacko, 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 wacko. All right, I am gonna finagle. What is going on? There's some masked man just walked in the studio.
What security are you going to offer to people who live in poverty? What security are you going to offer to people who are worried about getting sick and how they're going to pay their medical bills? And so I think this idea that we've got to sort of be incredibly cautious
Wow.
about what any votes. Hillary Clinton trial in 2016.